Hey, this is Hunter Henry of the LA Chargers, and you're watching MUT Force. Bolt up, baby.
What's up, guys? It's the director and the Trumpetmonkey.
Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders. The Raiders have been getting some mad love in Madden Ultimate Team. How you feel?
Very good, mate. Very good. I mean, 1-0. We won Monday Night Football, director. Like, I was not necessarily expecting that. And you know something? We look like a solid team. And, like, we got 3 new items in game this week. So I'm pretty pumped.
It's a good week to be a Raiders fan and a Trumpetmonkey's Raiders fan at that. So with that, Trumpetmonkey, we got a jam-packed episode of MUT Force today. Why don't you let the good people know what to expect in this episode of MUT Force?
Tonight on MUT Force with the director and Trumpetmonkey, we break down the ultimate kickoff promo. We've got all of the content from the week, including a brand new Raiders legend.
The spite has filled my soul, and with that, let's get on to this week's content. Let's start with the cards everyone's ripping for this morning, Trumpetmonkey. Let's start with your boy from the Raiders. How long?
Dude, this is massively unexpected. Like without a doubt. Like I was not expecting him to bring out another Raider. He's only a Raider. That was the only organization he played for his entire career. Which means this is like purely a Raiders legend card. And my God, he's gonna be a beast. Like I've got Vaughn coming off the edge. I've got Strahan. Now I've got this guy.
Howie Long looks like a really good card, too. I want you guys to pay attention to a couple stats right here. The 79 speed is solid. The 90 power move and the 90 block shit is going to allow this card to get edge threat, power specialist, and I think it's the one against the run. The run stuffer.
Oh my God.
All on the same card.
Bottom line is, right, like this, I'm really interested to see how he plays this year. This was a fantastic, the MUT Force factor last year. Remember, he came out early with a limited, and that was a lot of coin for me to invest in. I think 600,000 at the time. Then I knew I'd always have that 500,000 like sitting there as an investment if I ever needed to quick sell him. But this year, man, I just hope he's affordable and buildable. I'm up to like 2.3 million on the PC now. Another 500,000 coming next week with Weekend League and solo battles and whatnot. I really want him, and I want him fast, so hopefully I can get him. Amazing, though. I can't believe he's back in the game. And Raider Nation, it's a good time to be alive.
I think this is a good time to drop some news on Trumpetmonkey. I don't know if you read about this. It dropped last night while you were possibly asleep. A Make It Right is coming for the big problem they had during the kickoff promo launch. And I think, if I remember correctly, Kralo said that we're going to get double rewards for the solo battles. It'll be an open weekend league with double rewards as well. So that bodes a lot for the PC squad over there making top 100 every week.
And a Fantasy Legends pack as well, which is one of the 120K packs. But it's, you never know who you might pull out of that. So good luck, everybody.
For the weekly challenges. That's correct. That's going to be pretty nice. It's going to be pretty nice. A lot more coming down the pipe here. Let's continue with Terrell Owens, TO 49ers, Raiders, all getting a lot of love. T.O. obviously playing for multiple teams. 89 speed at 91 overall, powered up at 90 speed. That's going to be fantastic. 90 catch in traffic, 90 jumping with great route running all together. This is going to be a nasty card, especially if you're pairing him up with a Jerry Rice.
This is really awesome. What I love about this is you're going to be able to do the solo, and you're going to be able to power him up to an 89 if you want. I reckon his 87 will still be dynamite as well. What's great about this is the speed and the route running. And this is one of those like dream wide receivers when the game first launched that we were just like, oh my God, gotta have him. So like for me, this is going to be a great budget option. I'm happy for all the fan bases. Did he play with the Bengals and the Bills or something as well? Like something crazy like that?
I know he played for the Eagles, the Niners, and the Cowboys. I'm not sure of the other organizations. Maybe he did.
I'm pretty sure he had some garbage time on the career signings there. Like, so that's pretty massive, guys. Enjoy.
It's a good week of Legends. Let's take a look. And speaking of Legends, probably the best card released this week is a Julius Peppers for the MUT 10 program. Obviously, one of the best card arts we've seen in the game so far.
Yes.
Let's take a look at this guy. 6'7". Keep that in mind the entire time we're breaking down this card.
295 as well.
MUT
6'7",
head ratings
295.
all over the place. And some nasty
99.
stats to go along with it.
99's everywhere. We've already got little Timmy from New Zealand has already shown us like his beefed up version. So he's got him up to 90 and he looks incredible. My God, director. This is a monster of a card, but I am calling shenanigans and controversy because I don't think it should have been Peppers. That's my humble opinion. I think they could have gone another way. I really, really do.
Who at defensive end would you have played for like the all famous MUT card?
I like the freak Javon Curse. That would have been my pick. Javon Curse, the freak. Like that's controversial as well, but yeah, it's interesting. Or maybe D Ware as well, DeMarcus Ware. Yeah,
Marcus Ware would have been pretty cool too. I think he's slated as an outside linebacker in recent MUTs as well, so that's not too bad. People were thinking it might be Bruce Smith, so I mean, Bruce Smith is good, but I think Julius Peppers is better. The one thing I don't like about this card is if you take a look at him side by side with the 89 DeMarcus Lawrence, they're very, very similar in all stats other than speed and acceleration, agility, obviously. Other than that, it's almost the same card. The other thing that kind of sucks, which it doesn't suck, but it would have been cool, you would have thought his 90 overall would have been able to meet the threshold of 90 finesse move. That is not the case with the 90 overall, so you won't be able to put finesse specialist on him. But that being said, he's still a pretty beastly card at 83 speed, 85 agility, 86 strength.
Can you get edge threat on him though?
Unconfirmed, at least from me. If you guys can tell us in the comment section below whether or not he can get edge threat, that would make up a lot for this card, but it would have been nice to see finesse moves on this guy as well.
Facts. Awesome trio of legends right there. I think everybody's going to be happy with that.
Next up on the slate, we've got ourselves some heavyweights. Heavyweights coming down the pipe for Madden Ultimate Team. Let's start with this Jerry Hughes. This is actually not a bad card. Kind of a baby Bosa beast is what I like to call him. I was there with Buffalo K when he found out who the card was. He seemed pretty excited.
Yeah. I want to know as well, can they get I think they can get X Factors, right? Yeah, like Joey can't he? Can Joey get edge threat?
So Joey can't get edge threat because he's not a 90 overall, but he can get finesse move specialist, which is pretty beastly on its own. I run Joey Bosa in the middle so that the two guys in the outside and him in the middle are all getting pressure, which is pretty nice. He also comes with 88 block shed, which is definitely better than Joey Bosa, but kind of weak in the power move department. So this is all in all a pretty nice card. Definitely better than the other one in my opinion.
Yeah. Let's have a look at Dotson then. This is controversial as well because so you weren't a fan of Dotson, right? But 6'9" with really great pass blocking. I like him, man. I wouldn't be angry if this was my right tackle. Let's put it that way.
I think when it comes to the passing game, definitely one of the among the elite, especially given his size. But man, that run blocking finesse at 67 is definitely a turnoff for me.
Yeah, except they did say that literally weight plays a factor. Weight and strength. I understand he's only 82 strength. This isn't terrible, though, is what I'm saying. And I went back and had a look at all of the heavyweight O-linemen. If you built an all-heavyweight O-line, actually it'd be a pretty nice, front five right there, I got to tell you.
If you guys are running Dotson, who, racked up 1 billion penalties on Thursday night, let us know how he plays and if he really disturbs the run game that much. Let's take a look at the Charger coming in from the Flashbacks promo. Jason Verrett, cornerback, who is now a San Francisco 49er. This is low-key one of the better flashbacks we've gotten in recent memory.
No, this is great. Does he have a power-up, director?
Does not have a power-up.
Man, we need these power-ups, guys. We love the team in EA, but give us some power-ups for all these brand new spanking new cards that are coming out. What I love about this dude is that more than likely at this stage, you've got Coach Madden, right? And you've got Lockdown. So like this guy gets over that 90 zone threshold with 87 speed, and the card he plays, this item plays really well, man. Jason Verrett has the MUT force factor. I eyed this guy. I was happy for you. I think he muffed a punt in real life though, didn't he? Or was that Desmond King? No, that was Desmond King.
He's no longer on the Chargers. He's definitely with the 49ers now. That was Desmond King you're thinking about, yeah.
That was it. They're all dirty Chargers to me. But anyway, no, this is a really, really nice item. And once again, like the heavyweights though, the other veteran caused a lot of controversy, right? For all of the wrong reasons.
Right here, LaShawn McCoy, the other flashback for this week.
Yeah.
You would think a flashback of one of the fastest known halfbacks in the league would rank a little bit higher than 85 speed.
You're trying to tell me that 6 years ago, Shady at this? They got this wrong. This Shady should have had 89.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 89 speed would have been perfect. Yeah. Those Eagles themed teams would have been jumping with joy. He hits a lot of marks as far as like an elusive back on here. He's a really nice card. It's just the speed is just pitiful.
This is the thing. I get accused of all the time as being too positive, the glass half full. I still see the massive upside on this dude as well. That's the thing. I really, really do. Because, if you're running an Eagles themed team, then he's going to have 86 speed. If you've even got like 25 Eagles, he's going to have 86 speed, and you can probably put Sprinter on him if you're desperate as well. Well, the one stat that had me laughing though was the 49 truck. That was funny. 49 truck.
49 truck.
So basically, they're saying like Trumpetmonkey can truck better than Shady, which is not true. Shady's a freaking beast. So it was interesting though. It's crazy. It's crazy watching the fan base sometimes react in certain ways.
I'm hoping Shady gets a little bit more love in the speed department with his next upgrade. With all that being said, next up we've got the big one, the very first team of the week during the regular season of the NFL. Some really, really big names coming down the pipe. Trumpetmonkey. Let's blow on through these, starting with Sammy Watkins, the limited. He racked up 200 plus yards week one, or almost 200 yards week one. 89 speed, really good catching, really good route running. What do you think of this guy?
I love it, and I love the card art. I think you like it as well. It's really well done, like with the 198 yards on there. Look, again, this though, because it's limited, is like a very difficult to obtain worse version of TO. You know what I mean? With 89 speed, like it's kind of interesting. So you're really only gunning for him if you're a Sammy Watkins fan, if you're a Chiefs fan. Other than that, it's kind of like, oh, that's nice, but I don't need him, but thank God, right? Like, I'm dreading the day when there's going to be a limited Raider team of the week. Really nice item, but again, I feel like your powered up 89 overall TO is probably going to be just as good.
Chiefs fans actually kind of lucked out in this department, because next Friday, Series 2 is going to be dropping, and every limited card that's been released up until Sammy Watkins is going to be re-released into the game via packs, and they'll have new card art. They won't be limited, and they're going to be coming a lot cheaper to your team. So Sammy Watkins will be able to become obtainable by next week. The other thing I really like about the Sammy Watkins card isn't the card itself. It's more along why Sammy Watkins got the card. They're initiating a new fantasy performer card every single week, which Sammy Watkins qualified for, and that is actually really cool. So where in the past we were restrained by what MUT was allowed to do, it's now being dictated by what the players are doing on the field, which I think should have been the case the whole time. So bravo to EA. I think that's a really cool factor to bring to Team of the Week.
Absolutely. And just to confirm for everybody at home, it's traditional fantasy scoring, correct? Not PPR.
I think it's traditional fantasy scoring. I have to go and check though, because I'm kind of a stingy about that.
And they're gonna give either one of the skill position players each week, or one of from the top defensive teams.
Yep.
Which I love as well, which is really cool.
It makes Sunday a little bit more exciing to think who's going to get that top fantasy performer.
It's great. And they also said that irrespective of whether your team wins or loses, your guy can get a Team of the Week upgrade. I love that.
Very cool Team of the Week.
About time.
Very, very cool Team of the Week adjustment for this year. Let's start.
These are the little points, Director. The people forget to just give a slow clap for. Like, that's a big point right there. Too many times, like on bad and losing teams, outstanding performances get overlooked in this promo in years past. Not anymore. So, like, a lot of shade gets thrown at EA. When they do something right, it's crickets. We're going to
Got a car. Let's start with Lamar Jackson. the big card that was released over the Team of the Week period. 90 speed on this cat, faster than the new Michael Vick. However, his throwing accuracies definitely do take a hit, and I've been hearing some reviews about this guy from my clan and from other people in Ultimate Team. The reason why he's low in the mid 300s to low 300,000 coins mark right now is because he can't really throw worse spit, and that to me at this phase of Madden is fine. You know what I mean? Like, that's Lamar Jackson IRL. He's really good, but he can't throw. Now, this year, that may change. And as the year progresses, Lamar Jackson may absolutely prove to us that he's a really good passing quarterback as well. But right now, at this point, people are complaining about Lamar Jackson because he's missing wide open throws.
Well, that's going to happen when you're under the thresholds. People got to know this. You got to buff your stats in certain areas. You got to get Coach Madden and West Coast or balanced offense beefed up to 30 out of 30, and then he'll go over I think the thing they're probably most upset with is medium throws, right? So you're gonna get that throw accuracy medium up and over 85 if you can, any way you can, and then you'll be grand.
I've seen some people dominate with this card, but this heralds back to what we've been talking about this entire time about pocket passers versus scrambling quarterbacks. Find out which scheme you like to use. Running is really meta right now, but is that really what you want out of your quarterback as well? So Lamar Jackson, I'm going to give this cat 6, maybe 7 out of 10 for the card because I think he's really good at what he does, but most people, they need to pass the ball as well.
Wow. And then
why don't you tell us what this Dak Prescott's all about?
Yeah, this is interesting because he's going to be easier to get to the threshold, but you're going to have a little less throw power. However, Dak came in with a core elite, right? So he's got a power up. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Dak has a power up, right?
I don't remember, honestly. Cowboys fans, let us know in the comments.
I'm pretty sure he does, which means, you're going to get a little bit more accuracy out of him, which I like. Man, this was interesting because he had a career day as well. So, it really could have gone either way. Would have liked to seen this one be an 88 and hit those thresholds, but very easy to get to the medium threshold if you are a Cowboys fan, and you've got Coach Madden and you want to get that medium up over 85 and use the power up, then happy days there, buckaroo. Really not a terrible item at all right here. Would have loved if this had been Derek Carr, but sure, we'll have him make an appearance later in the show.
I tell you what, if Dak keeps playing the way he played last week, he's definitely going to get up to the 88 in no time. Next up, let's go to the Charger.
And he's going to get to that 40 million in no time. Who is this guy, director? Who is Austin Eckler?
Austin Eckler, a.k.a. the savior of a lot of people's fantasy football leagues. This guy is going to win some games as long as Melvin Gordon is sitting out. Austin Eckler, 85 overall, 87 speed, is definitely going to get the job done. Everywhere else, he's a little shaky, but he's more of a receiving / elusive back. He's very nice for what he is, but he is an 85 overall card, so he's not going to get a lot of the abilities.
Do you have him in the team?
Don't have him on the team yet. Too expensive. Gonna wait until he comes down. Everyone's still salivating over that Lamar Jackson. He's still going for over 100. But once he comes down, he'll come on the team. But the only problem is he can't get access to a lot of the abilities that we like.
He can. Team of the Weeks can get X Factors, bro.
They can, but Austin Eckler specifically does not have the juke, spin, or armbar stats to make him eligible for those abilities. We're going to need a
clarification on that one right there from headquarters, please. I want you to buy this card immediately, and get him on the team and check which freaking chems he can get. I'm disappointed in you, director.
No. Austin Eckler can wait. Definitely can wait. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to get a really good halfback next week, and I'll tell you guys why I think that at the later end of the show. But this is a nice card. When he gets a higher card, which if he keeps playing the way he is, he might get a 90 before Melvin Gordon does. He's definitely going to make the team. Marlon Mack coming up next, another good halfback performance. This is an okay card for an 83.
Just okay. You'd want to be running a Colts theme team. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Next up, we got TJ Hawkinson. This guy came out of nowhere. Most of the time, rookie tight ends take a long time to develop into good NFL players, but he came right out the gate as baby Gronk.
Yeah, right? Seriously, because I don't know what it is, man. He's just a professional. he's like tuned in, like he's listening. I think he's been mentored really well by someone somewhere, if not on the Lions team, man. They did their homework. They got a superstar, like 125 yards and a tutty in his first week, and he's a rookie premier, so he's an 81 overall. Oh, one thing about Eckler, before we forget, Director. Eckler, what was Eckler's previous overall?
He was a gold. He's a 78.
Are you sure it was a 78? Let's check.
Yes. Yeah, positive. He's on the theme team right now.
He's a 78?
Yeah.
Okay, that sets a huge precedence, guys, because that was a bump of 7 overall. Okay, that's absolutely massive. And Lamar Jackson was a bump of what? What, like 12 overall? What was Lamar Jackson, like a 77?
He was a 78 or a 79 as well. He was a gold card.
Let that sink in for a second, guys. The team of the week cards can actually go from 0 to hero. A lot of controversy over that point when people calling us out in the past when we do card art. Let that be noted. Sorry, moving back to...
No, I like that point. I love that point. That's pretty interesting. Marquise Brown. We're getting into some of the budget beasts right here. 91 speed. Ooh.
You can pick this guy up for what, under 10K, definitely. Like, I saw him going for like 4.5, and we got his rookie premiere. This guy and the next guy, both of them 91 speed. You may as well show John Ross as well. Can't run a route to save themselves, all right? They're running into like the crowd by accident, okay? Do an out route, bro, and they're like literally doing in routes. But 91 speed, 2 budget beast wide receivers. This is absolutely awesome. And look at the salary cap hit. 28 only for Ross. How much for Marquise Brown? If you play salary cap, 32. With 60 salary cap, you've literally got your wide receiver core.
That's pretty massive.
insane.
And if you guys are looking at doing solos, or you're just getting into the game, these guys will be solo killers. So definitely add them to the squad right away. Let's move on over to the defensive side of the ball, starting with CJ Mosley. Really good performance in his brand new team, the New York Jets, coming in at a 90 overall. For his overall, the speed is a little bit atrocious, but for a card right now in the game, he's not bad.
Well, you know, you're going to be able to get him up with 25 Jets on your team to 83, and if you power him up 84, that's looking a little more respectable. If you're doing that, then you're probably using, Acrobat or Sprinter or something like that, so you're going to be able to get him to 85. But mate, all he did was like as his first play as a Jet was like have a pick 6 at middle linebacker. That's pretty
amazing.
Special. That's crazy. Pretty special. So well deserved. I would have liked to seen that zone go up over 80. My personal opinion.
I think I would have liked to see that too, or at least close, so you can get him up to over 80 with chems. I got a buddy who's running him on a Ravens theme team. He actually looks pretty nasty even as a user. Remember, this guy's 6'2". I like him better as a CPU guy. He's got really good play rec. I think he's going to be making some plays for anyone who can afford him, but his price is going to remain high as long as he's tied to that Lamar Jackson. Logan Ryan coming up next.
Those Jets unis look absolutely sick. I don't hate this Logan Ryan, but I don't like it either. I got nothing to say, man. He's too slow to justify having him on the field to kind of blitz from the nickel. And then the coverage is terrible. I don't know what to do with this one, Director. For an 86 as well.
Cornerback 6 spotter right there. Corey Littleton coming up next. Middle linebacker for the Rams. 80 speed, which isn't terrible. He'll fit just fine on your theme team, and that's about it. 6'3", though.
Again, like these middle cards here are... they're just space fillers, man. If you're a Titans fan, you get Logan Ryan, and if you're a Rams fan, you get Corey Littleton. But that's about it. But that's okay as well. Like don't get me wrong. If these were 2 Raiders, I'd just be like, "Woo, let's go."
Same here. James Bradbury, though, this is a card I wouldn't mind rolling out with on a budget squad. 6'1", 86 speed. That's pretty respectable.
86 is very respectable, and for some reason, Bradbury plays really well. I don't care what his stats are. He's got the MUT force factor, man. He always has. It's kind of weird.
I think he's going to continue to get upgrades as well. If you watch the Thursday night game, he was locking Mike Evans up something fierce. Yeah. If he continues down that path, he's going to get himself a 90+ in no time. Next up, we got Anthony Harris, free safety, 83 speed. Not bad.
Dude, didn't he have like 2 picks and a sack or something like that? Or like he had a great game. The 83 speed is solid. You know, all of a sudden, like if you got 25 Vikes, he's 84 speed. Watch this guy as well, man, because if that week 1 performance was anything to go by, this is going to be a monster of a player right here.
If you're not a multi-millionaire that can afford the brand new legend free safety, this is probably the guy for you.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say right there. Devin Kennard coming up next, 78. Speed, left outside linebacker, 6'4", but nothing to write home about.
Yeah, and what's weird is like he's a blitzing linebacker. He had 3 sacks in week 1. That's pretty amazing. I get it because he probably went from like a silver or something, right? Like I don't even remember this guy. Like I get it. And again, though, the precedent has been set that these overalls are jumping something fierce, right? So like we just remember that.
It adds a nice diversity of cards in the Ultimate Team mode. Let's move on over to the heavyweights of this week.
We skipped Vernon Hargraves. Poor Vernon Hargraves.
Oh, Vernon Hargraves, the forgotten one, only went off for a pick 6 that week. 83 speed cornerback, 5'10". Again, theme team fodder, if anything.
Team fodder. That's it. But happy for you guys. Happy for you Bucs fans out there.
So we already went over the heavyweights. Let's move on over to the veterans.
Yes.
Some more love for the Raiders coming in, but let's start with this Mike Adams.
Yeah. Now I really like I love the fact that these veterans are like dudes who've been on many teams. They're starting to steer that way. Pull up Mike Adams. You showed me this earlier. Look at all the teams he played for. Niners. Way to go. Niners, Brownies, Broncos, Colts, Panthers. That's pretty cool, man. I'm just saying, like, the dude has gotten around, which is really nice. And as well, like when we go back and look at the actual like card stats themselves, not terrible either. Like you're gonna be getting him up to 86 zone and like 92 play rec with 82 speed. Even if you just had him as like your free safety too on special teams, or in like quarters deep or something like that at the end of the game, he's not going to embarrass you. So it's not terrible. I'm digging the veterans more and more. They're growing on me, especially because of this next guy.
Yeah, speaking of this next guy, Jared Cook played for a plethora of teams as well. This isn't a bad item.
Cookie Monster.
Okay, because like Jared
tight end
Cook
2s and 3s matter, folks.
Yeah, exactly. Jared Cook cards play incredibly well, and if you're running theme team, like he's gonna have 81 speed. So like it's really nice little item. Probably gonna catch everything. I just gotta get him one. There's been one auction on PC.
Not a bad squad right there. You got what? The Saints. You got the Raiders, you got the Green Bay Packers, a lot of guys that can add this guy. And again, having a speedy tight end 2 is definitely something that could help your team out, and especially in this run heavy. I mean, his run block kind of sucks, but just having a big body right there might help at tight end 2 or 3. Let's take a look at some of the limiteds that we got this weekend, starting with Snacks Damon Harrison Sr. What do you think of this guy? Take a look at these stats.
He's awesome. He's awesome. Just put him in the middle, set and forget. But dude, it's hilarious. I completely forgot we were getting sick players. There was just so much going on Thursday with the servers and everything, and like these guys went completely under my radar until this morning pre-show. We're like there were 6. I forgot about this. But like this dude right here, obviously you're using in the run game. But it's important to plug up the middle. Like he's going to do that for you. I would love to hear some feedback from viewers on how he's playing for him. That's what I'd love to hear.
Yeah, I think his stats are misleading. He's always had the MUT force factor. I know that the power move and the finesse move is a little bit low, but the 90 block shot's going to be able to get you that run stuffer, and he's definitely one of the better 3-4 nose tackles in the game. Let's take a look at this Travis Kelce, 81 speed at 90 overall, ridiculous catching stats, and that's about it.
Well, yeah, but he's more than likely going to get mismatch nightmare and red zone specialist.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're going to be lobbing it up. Like, I can tell you, like, Casper bails me out in so many games. Shows how good that Casper item was early on, right? The theme diamond, my God. Where I thought they disrespect him a little bit is that run block, man. Other than that,
the run block is the one that's probably a little bit suspect. The speed's okay, especially on a theme team, but I think the MUT force factor does come into effect with a lot of tight ends, and I think Travis Kelce is definitely part of that club.
I thought they gave him a bit more speed than I was expecting. I was expecting him to have 80 speed. So 81 is solid, man. Come on. Like if you're powering him up and you got the theme, you're on an 83, and if you put sprinter on him, you're on 84 speed. That's entering like wide receiver territory there. He's got like 10 more speed at that stage than like core elite Larry Fitzgerald. So it's pretty funny. Pretty funny.
All right, boys, I think it's time we start taking a look at the brand new promo dropping, or that did drop on Friday with a little bit of a hiccup, and then back in this Friday afternoon. So let's first take a look at the game. Let's go to the wide shot right here. One quick reminder about the new series dropping. We're going to be getting new exchange sets. They're going to be adding more tokens to the Coach Madden. There's going to be a brand new Series Master available in the store on Friday. Von Miller has been confirmed as being put back into packs, so that is going to be a much cheaper way to acquire him. So just keep an eye on the new series. And then probably my favorite thing is going to be the new level packs and stuff like that coming out. Those are always fire. Get excited for next Friday. The big thing we're here.
Friday the 20th.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations everybody for surviving Friday the 13th, okay? Well done. You didn't get chased down and hunted by a crazy guy wearing a hockey mask with a big kitchen knife. Well done, guys. But Friday the 20th, yes, going to be exciting. And to manage expectations, what do you think? A 10 level bump? We're going to go up to level 60, Director? What do you think?
It could be level 60. It could be level 55. We don't know yet. But either way, some good level packs and some good rewards coming in this Friday for the new level. Let's take a look at the Ultimate Kickoff promo. Kind of a shaky reception from the Madden community. A lot due because of the bad timing of the servers and the title update and that dreadful Thursday afternoon, everyone trying to get into the game. The other part is that people are kind of thrown off about how the promo itself is performing. It's more of a long-term investment promo, something I haven't really seen other than, let's say, like the Thanksgiving promo. And even then, it's a much longer period that you are investing. What are your thoughts on this?
Is it though? What my thoughts on this is like the negative. Here's the thing, guys. If you want to find something negative, you will. It's that simple. It's that simple. You're having a bad day and you want to find like the bad in something, you'll find the bad in something. That's just the way you're wired, then you will. Okay. So I think like frustrations over the server and whatever other frustrations you might be feeling, you got beaten head to head. A game was laggy if you're me. All right. You bought a bundle and didn't get the cards you wanted out of that bundle. Like, I understand, but this promo, like, let's look at it at its core. It is aligning Madden Ultimate Team with dynamic cards that upgrade after real-life performances. That is amazing. For me, it's an added bonus if the Raiders actually win a game. If it's a big if, I not only get a hop in my step because the Raiders won, but I know that on Monday in MUT, Derek Carr is going to get a +1 overall. I freaking love it. And for what? For about 2 hours, if that, of actually doing solos, you're able to unlock one of the at least one of them, and with MUT rewards coming out, you're able to unlock most of the 83 to 84 dynamic cards. Okay, I mean that is nearly, not in all cases, but nearly a 93 overall for 2 hours worth of work. Yeah, you got to wait a few months, but man, if you're smart about this, we're going to go through each of them. It's really, really cool.
I'm going to go over the pros and cons of this because I do see the side of where some people are disappointed, but there are some things to be really excited about in this promo that you can't overlook as well. So for one, yes, it's a little bit strange that these cards will not reach a usable overall for, let's say, like 2 to 4 weeks. And after that, they're going to start reaching, God tier. But you also got to remember that the game itself is going to continue on its normal timeline and continue to drop cards at higher overalls. How long that's going to take? Well, you're looking at 10 weeks before we see our first 93. In 10 weeks, which is 2.5 months, we could be looking at our first 95, 94 players in the game, right? So at that time, are these cards going to be as good of an investment as we're hoping? Probably not, but they're still going to be upwards in the top tier as far as worth and value. So even if you're looking from a training point perspective, the 88s and the 87s today are still going for a nice little bit of coin because they've got training point attached to them. But as far as their value from, now until then, it could go down. That being said, some people are also upset that, you're kind of investing in these with a guess, a stab in the dark. If you go for one of the under the radar guys, are they going to make those 10 wins minimum to get you that 93? Most of them probably won't, and that's where the risk comes in. But to add some good optimism to to this promo as well, because I understand that part, and you don't have to take part in that section of the promo if you don't want to. The big thing I do like, the training in here. Now, I haven't done any. I've gotten my MUT rewards, and I haven't done this yet. I wanted to do this live on the show. I think the very first one up here, let's explain what this is. If you're going to get a collectible for completing one of these sets, and depending on how that team performs in the season, it's going to give you a nice little drop of training points, which again, who knows how expensive they're going to be at the end of the season, but still it's a nice little pocket. This is kind of what I want to invest my tokens
Do it, director. Do it. You're going to do the set live on MUT Force and see who you pull. Oh my God, if it's the Raiders, I'm going to laugh so hard because you'll be gunning for the Raiders. Do it. Do it.
If it's the Raiders, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. If it's the Dolphins, that's the one L I think we'd be taking. The one L would be the Dolphins. Take a look and see who we get from this starter pack. Who are we rooting for the remainder of the season? It is the Jets. Jets. I am not too upset about that. So if we take a look over here.
Is good. Okay, so Sam Darnold is out with mono. I cannot believe that. And get well soon, buddy. Which is a bit sad. But Simeon is a good player, man. We saw him in the AFC
that the
West.
Jets are on the brink of an 8-8 or 8-8 or 9-7 season. So that being said, I think we're going to bank in between 3,500 and 7,000 training points at the end of the year. That's pretty cool.
Okay, that's not too shabby at all. Like, so just to let you know, on PC, you're looking at about 150,000 worth of training right there. So
if they go 6 and 8, so that's not too bad. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. That's a long-term investment. After I'm done with the solos, we're also going to be investing in another team. I would suggest. So let's see, you get 37 complete. If you've got the legendary MUT rewards and you do all, you're going to have 37. So after spending 12, we have 25 left. I think the team to invest in is going to be either the Cowboys at 28. So that means you only got to buy one pack from the store, or the Falcons at 26.
What about the Ravens, though? How many for the Ravens as well? I want to throw that one in there.
Maybe the Ravens as well. 24. There you go. We could just go ahead and do that after the solo sequence as well. And I think all of those teams are an 8-8 and up prediction from me. Yeah. So that's cool. That's the part of the promo that I'm excited about.
It's something different, okay? And like whenever they try something different, guys, there's going to be like a little bit of hit and miss. But what this comes down to, this is why I was a little bit surprised at the negativity director. Yeah. You're not all of these cards, not all these items are good, and you shouldn't be selecting them. But what it's saying is, yo, mutters out there, MUT headers, MUT forcers, people who play MUT. You think you know about football as well? So, which item you going to invest in? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's pretty simple for me. So, like, I love it. It's challenging us as football fans to make a calculated decision. And with that said, I'd love to actually go through. There's a couple of cards here, a couple of selections from the team in EA that I think I'm going to poo-poo, and then there's some that are great.
So,
what do you?
This pack right here is there's another one of the big things I want to bring up before we go into all the stats of these guys. Okay?
Yeah.
This is a fantasy pack that you get in the store for $5. $5.
$5 buckaroos.
What you're going to want to do is sit on this pack. Boom.
Yes.
You can take a look at all the players and stuff like that, but I'm not touching this pack until we at least see our first 10-win team in the NFL season. That right there is $5 for a 93 overall player in 10 weeks. Because I guarantee you someone's going to have 10 wins in the next 10 to 12 weeks.
Hell
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
If it's the Patriots, cool. If not, whatever. But that's a 93 overall
player. Not in the next 10 weeks. Like, someone in the NFL is going to get 10 wins. And to counter your point about will the cards be relevant, well, if it's a 93 overall in like 10 weeks from now, okay? Like, so we're talking basically we're going to go all September, October, and into November. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. Yeah? We're going to get close to a little bit into November. Well, I believe the way the overalls are trending and tracking, okay, is that we're going to be at 95s by about that stage, okay? We're going to be around about 95s is the max. So, yeah, 93 overall is pretty darn solid. I do think it is. But I want to run through the cards now, Director. I'm dying to give my feedback on this. We're going to do the ping pong thing, right? We get to rate one card each out of 10. And then you get... Oh, here we go. One more thing.
One more thing to consider that was a great part of this promo, and it's going to be part of future promos, probably every other promo in the game. We did get the Ryan Shazier, the first upgrade token. I've got mine up to 90 overall. We're waiting to get the token in the solos. We also have a sneak peek of what this is going to look like, this Ryan Shazier, when he hits the 99 overall. That is pretty great. So we got our first sneak peek at a 99 overall card in the game of Madden Ultimate Team. 91 overall dropping for just a couple of minutes in the solo sequences. Let's get into these cards for the Ultimate Kickoff.
Let's have a look. Starting from the top down, right? These are the masters. I gotta tell you, man, I love this Richard Sherman because he's got enough speed now, and on a theme team, like whether he's Niners or Hawks, Seahawks, you get up to 99 zone coverage. You can do it. That's insane.
Somebody 99. In the comments, if you're a huge Richard Sherman fan or you decided to pick him up for whatever reason and you were able to hit that 99 zone, let us know if you notice something in this card that resembles the MUT Force factor, because I want to know. I want to know if 99 zone is back. I'm not sure if it will be, but it's really cool to see that stat back in the game. And absolutely, this is a great card. You power him up, he's 85 speed. Throw sprinter on him, 86 speed is already solid. And then any sort of theme team, 87 speed is top echelon right now.
Amazing. And then if you can get him to 99, oh my god, 99 zone and over 90 in man, crazy. It was so good to see him get a pick 6 in the season 1 opener. He said he's feeling better. Sherm is the reason I became a Seahawks fan, and his mentality and his attitude. So glad. Good to see. And then, oh my god, Director, you take this one. I can't. It's still too fresh. Director. I can't talk about him.
One of my predictions for the MUT heroes actually Christmas came early this year. 91 Khalil Mack is now in the game. 82 speed, which is savage, especially coming off that edge. 90 power move, and then the rest of the stats looking really fantastic, especially the play rec. We already know that Khalil Mack has the MUT Force factor. Run him off the edge.
Oh my god.
Pressure the quarterback. This is a fantastic item. I would say this is a 10 out of 10. I think most 91s are going to be a 10 out of 10. What would you give Richard Sherman?
Oh, sorry, we didn't grade Sherman. Definitely 10 out of 10. And if you get him to 99 zone, 11 out of 10. Turn it up to 11.
And if you consider the price of these cards, I know it's pretty expensive, but I think we're going to be seeing some new power-up passes with the next series update as well. So keep that in mind before you go spending a lot of coins in these 91s. DeAndre Hopkins coming up next.
I just want to say about the Mac, I agree, 10 out of 10, and he's going to be 84 speed on a lot of teams. All right, so Nuke Hopkins, we said day one because we went to Orlando, we went to EA Play in June, and we played, and we were like, DeAndre Hopkins is the best wide receiver in the game on day one, and he's only just gone and gotten even faster and even better. Like, this is sneaky good card. I know there's lots of wide receivers, so I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. But this is a sneaky good card that not a lot of people are talking about in this promo.
I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10. I love this card. Woo! You know, I don't care what his speed is. I'm the guy who's running Keenan Allen and winning a ton of head-to-head. If I had DeAndre Hopkins, game over. Look at that stat in the middle there, dude. Catch and traffic, and spec catch, all clocking in at 90. Ridiculously good card. I want DeAndre Hopkins on my team.
I just saw the 94 jump as well. My God. Oh, my God.
So this card's going to be winning you games just from glitch moss catches over and over and over again. So eventually, if we get that power-up pass, I'm looking at DeAndre Hopkins for the squad. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers coming up next.
Oh.
What do you say?
Controversial, yeah. Like, what's funny about this one is that stock, you're going to need to power him up. Stock, he doesn't have the medium threshold.
Isn't it 85?
It's 85, yeah. So you're going to need him powered up to get 85 on the medium. That's so funny. And that's like I think that's like a little jab from the guys in EA. They're like, you know, like, sorry, A-Rod, you're not what you used to be. And in fairness, he's not. He's still amazing. I get it. He's going to the Hall of Fame. I get it. But still, it's kind of interesting. But man, 91 throw power. I'm I am going to go ahead and give this guy again an 8. I feel like all these masters, these boss cards were awesome. What are you giving him, Director?
I'm going to give him a 9. It would be a 10 if he had the 85 medium. However, the secret behind the Aaron Rodgers card in Madden 20 is definitely the crazy fast release. Even his 84 card, when I would go up against him, had the craziest release, and it was really, really tough to get pressure on Aaron Rodgers. So I think if you want to invest in a really good quarterback, power him up as far as he can. I think he's going to be really, really good. And then wait for the power-up pass to come out next week, because I suspect we're going to get a 89 to 90, maybe a 91 if we're lucky.
I feel you. And then into the dynamic cards. These cards are upgrading 1 overall with each win that their team gets in real life. I want to kick it off with a poo-poo here. Giving this guy a 1 out of 10, Blake Martinez. Even if he gets to 93, he's going to be too slow. Not liking it at all whatsoever. Terrible zone coverage.
I think the Packers are going to win between 8 and 10 games. I think he's pretty safe if he's going to get the power up. But so he could look good when he's closer to his 93. But right now, nah. DeForest Buckner coming up next, 6'7" defensive tackle. The stats don't read crazy good, but when he reaches that 90, 91, he's going to be looking at some really nice finesse move at the defensive tackle position, which is really good, and some decent speed along with that too. So I'm going to give this card a 7. I think he's got good upgrade potential. I think the Niners win 6 to 8 games. So you're looking at like a 92 DeForest Buckner.
If they can get 6 wins and he breaks 90 and you can get some amazing pass rush X factors on him, then I agree. Yeah, I agree. If
he can reach 90. I've always loved DeForest Buckner's in Madden. Take away the Carson Wentz.
Ooh, not too bad. What I like about this is that throw power. Already an 84 at 84. What could it be? And I think the Eagles might have just rush out to 10-0, but I think they're going to be pretty solid, man. I think so let's just say the next 8 games, let's say the next 2 months, right? I could definitely see him winning 5, and that's an 89 overall. Maybe he gets to that 90 magical marker, and then you got the X factors coming in. Oh,
as far as NFL performances, I think this is one of the better ones to gamble on. I think he's going to reach that 93 faster than any other quarterback.
Yeah,
I think that's a good investment. He's a good card.
Giving him an 8. Given the Ginger Messiah, Fly Eagles Fly. This one's for you, Kepi. Giving him an 8 out of 10. This is a smart one to invest in.
Consensus 8. I like it too. Leighton Vander Esch. Leighton Vander Esch is starting to become a valuable player in the game of Madden Ultimate Team due to his effectiveness in a 4-3 scheme. Very, very important that we get more Leighton Vander Esch upgrades, and I think the Cowboys can do it. Leighton Vander Esch plays very well, 6'4", really decent speed. Once he gets a little bit higher of an overall, I'm going to give this card a 9 out of 10.
That's it. And as I said to one very angry fan who I ended up blocking on Twitter, read the fine print, guys. He didn't realize, I don't think, that these are dynamic and upgrade 1 overall. This is going to be an incredible card, and I think they're gonna get there. So I agree. What'd you give him?
9 out of 10. Leighton Vander Esch always plays really good.
Okay, I support this. How are we feeling about Kendall Fuller?
Cornerback for the Chiefs. What do you say?
Okay, what I love is straight away I could see him they're probably gonna beat the Raiders this weekend as well. I hate to say it, right? Come on, Raider Nation. But I mean, straight away I could see these guys he could be an 87 in no time. If how much speed is he going up? I mean, they're nearly a lock to win the AFC West, aren't they? So yes, sorry Chargers, but they look way better than the Chargers as well. This is going to be a
we're one Madden curse away from retaking the AFC West.
One Madden curse. I'm giving this but I don't like the low coverage. So for me, I think he's gonna hit 93, but I love the speed, but the low coverage is not great. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a 7. A good investment though.
I think it's probably one of the better investments seeing he's on the Chiefs. I'm gonna give him a 7 as well because I think his speed is gonna make things a little bit hard for your opponent. But that's not a bad card. Let's take a look at the Melvin Ingram Charger.
You do this one, bro. You do this one.
Okay, so Melvin Ingram at 84 overall, already clocking in at 86 finesse move. This is going to be a nice card once he gets a couple more. If he gets 4 more overall in the next month or 2, that is going to be a really nice right end in the game. He'll be able to get edge threat once powered up to 90 as well as finesse moves. So this is going to be a nice item.
I agree, and I can see you definitely getting another 6 wins to get him to that 90, and then that's going to be a monstrous card. So what are you giving him, mate?
I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10 as well. Ends are really, really like 1 in a dozen right now. But he's going to stand out on my Chargers theme team.
They're pricey though, man. It's not hard to get a Strahan and a Von Miller on your team. So at least you get that edge threat and like power specialist, finesse specialist going. Mate, I'm going to give it one better. I'm going to give it an 8. Just saying, mate. I think it's a really smart investment.
Remember your kindness when we reach the Raiders. Next up, we've got Jordan Poyer of the Bills, who I think I have an 8-8 season in them this year. I think the Bills could go 8-8.
I think they can get another. I feel like they can get some wins here, definitely. And he's decent speed at 84. Great zone is what I like here. This is not a terrible investment, except for the fact that we have Pat Tillman. Therefore, this is a 1 out of 10 from Trumpetmonkey.
Almost forget about that. The card itself, I think, is going to clock in at a 6 for me. But the fact that Pat Tillman's there, you kind of have to write off a lot of strong safeties this year because Pat just plays out of his mind. Everson Griffin coming up next for the Vikings.
Skull Vikings. They're gonna get their 10 wins easy. This is gonna be a nasty edge rusher right here. For me, this is an 8 out of 10, director. I stole your card. Sorry. It was your turn to talk about Everson Griffin.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. No, I think this is going to be a nasty card as well. He's going to be under the power and finesse move, even if he gets, 6+ overall. So it's a little bit tough for me because you like to see that extra power finesse specialist. But overall, he's always had the MUT force factor, so 8 out of 10 for me.
Hell yeah.
Next up, the Titans, who came out blazing against the Browns last week. Really good defense. Nobody saw that coming. What do we think of Roger Saffold III?
They're well coached, man. So yeah, they're gonna get some wins, and we like guards that are free and upgrading dynamically. Right now, he's got amazing run blocking already. You just need you and I love the awareness. You just love to see that pass block get up there a little bit. This is a smart investment. Yeah, I think the O linemen in this campaign are smart investments. So definitely consider doing Roger Saffold III. I'm gonna give him a solid 7 out of 10.
Another 8-8 team, in my opinion, so that would give him, another +7. So that's a pretty good card. I think you can't go wrong investing in O-lineman. Chris Carson coming up next. I love this cat on my fantasy team. An ultimate team,
in real life,
probably a different story.
This is another poo-poo card. We love the team in EA. They got this wrong. This should have been DK Metcalf. All day, this should have been DK. I have no idea why they went with Chris Carson in such a crowded running back room. Oh, God, I'm utterly disappointed. That said, that's why I got to give him like a 0 out of 10. You're absolutely, even if they win 10 in a row, he's going to be completely useless compared to Bo Jacksons and Marcus Allens and oh my God, I just can't believe they went with this way. I'm really disappointed. It should have been DK Metcalf. They missed an opportunity here. But I feel like DK Metcalf may be coming in MUT Heroes.
He might be coming in MUT Heroes. He might get himself a team of the week here pretty soon. I'm going to give him a 1 out of 10. Ryan Ramczyk.
Great investment.
This is probably the card you want to do if you've got your solos and your MUT rewards and all that kind of stuff. I think this is the cat to get because the Saints are going to be in the playoffs. We already know that. They're a fantastic team, and Ryan Ramczyk is one of those cards that just plays out of their mind in Ultimate Team. He's fantastic. They're listed as a playoff contender in the sets. I'll show you guys this right here, which means that you can get this guy for the solos and the Ultimate Team rewards flat out. And I think this is probably the safest bet out of all of these teams right here. Absolutely. To get upgrades. This is
a nearly like think about having a 93 overall right tackle for free, basically. Just
and
for
you
your
look at the state even now in Madden Ultimate Team, every tackle, every offensive lineman is still very expensive. So this is one of the better guys to investment, even if you just want the coins. Next up, Jimmy Smith.
93. He's going to be a 93 overall who you can sell. And yes, that's a 10 out of 10, right?
10 out of 10. Solid 10 out of 10. What do you think of Jimmy Smith?
Jimmy Smitty. Crowded at the cornerback position. I like the speed. Again, not terrible, but not a massive fan of the coverage. For me, he doesn't play that well either. Sorry, Ravens fans. This for me is going to be a 1 out of 10.
I'll give him a 3. I've played with him. I kind of like him, but he's not the upper echelon, especially when we get, because we know it's coming, the MUT 10 Deion Sanders very, very soon.
Exactly.
Cooper Kupp coming up next for the Rams. Actually, a not bad speed on this card. I was expecting him to still be in like, 79 or 78. He's the same speed as my 87 Keenan Allen. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're grading this one, bro. I know what I'm giving him. I can't believe they went here. But anyway.
I think they could have done a better player, obviously, for the Rams. But I do like Cooper Kupp. I think the Rams are still gonna win a ton of games, and I think he's gonna be a very good slot receiver. So all that put into mind, I think he's a 6 or a 7 for me.
Oh God, I'm giving him a 1. But okay.
Oh. As far as investment, you're probably right.
So tell me this. Tell me, like, here today and even in 10 weeks, if they go 10-0, you want 93 Cooper Kupp or you want 89 free Terrell Owens?
That's a good point. The Keenan Allen owner has been silenced.
I get it. Because here's why I get it. So I'm poo-pooing some of these choices by the team in the air, and we love you. But I'm not a Rams fan. Rams fans may be delighted, absolutely delighted. And I get that because I'm delighted about the next card. My guy, Derek Carr, who objectively, I need to score as a 1 out of 10. But subjectively, 10 out of 10. This is a card I already built. Because I gotta have my Derek, baby. It's gonna happen. I'm so glad he's here. And this is why, though. Because he is the face of the franchise. Derek, we literally can go as far as Derek can take us. It's that simple. And this is why I love this promo. Would I have loved just an 88 overall Derek Carr to come out as part of another promo like MUT Heroes or something? Totally. Without a doubt. But now you're telling me I get to pick up a dynamic card that whenever the Raiders do get a win, knock on wood, which is every week, it just goes up 1 overall and it gets a little bit better. I get the double excitement of my quarterback in MUT getting better. Okay, obviously he's going to miss so many throws. Everything's below the threshold. Everything. But I'm still very excited. And I love him. 1 out of 10 objectively, 10 out of 10 subjectively.
I'll give him a 3 out of 10 because I can see his potential as he upgrades. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit shaky. The other thing is, the power-up situation's got people confused. These cards will not be eligible for power-ups, and these players, let's say they get a team of the week, that will be separate from this card. But the fact that you've got an even bigger reason to root for the Raiders because Derek Carr could get that much better on your MUT squad is a cool thought. Next up, James White, 83 speed and an 84 halfback. Meh.
This is a 0 because he's too expensive to build. I have no idea where Sony Michel is hiding. I don't understand some of these selections, like you just said as well. If these are going to be existing in it's the MCU multiverse theory, right? If they're going to be existing in their own little world, separate from all the other promos and cards, and not connected to the main card and the power up, then why didn't you just pick the biggest stud ever for each of these teams?
I would like to see Josh Gordon here. I don't care what his history's like. That would have been really cool because he plays very well in Ultimate Team.
Great point. Carl Van Noy.
That would have been great.
Maybe an O lineman, Sony Michel.
McCourty, I think would have been super good. McCourty.
There's so many good choices. I don't understand why they pick some of these items. Look at me. I'm getting fired up here, man. We love you, EA. We love you, but some of these, I have no idea what they were thinking. Maybe, though, I don't have the full plan, don't have the full roadmap. In a month, these will all make sense, maybe.
Running back 2, James White's going to get the first 93. We already know that. Kenny Golladay, 83 overall. Nice. Sneaky good selection here by the Lions. The question is, do the Lions get the wins to continue to build on this card?
Damn, probably not, but I'm happy for you if you're a Lions fan, because this is a great item. 6'4", 84 speed is dope. You hope they shoot out and get a couple of wins right away. They should have got a win over the Cards, mate.
I'm telling you what, they're not going to get the win on Sunday either, facing the Chargers. We're going to slap those Lions harder than a rich dentist. That's what we're going to do. Next up.
Wait, score for Kenny Golladay, 1 out of 10. But
the card itself, I'll give an 8 out of 10. I mean, look at that height. Look at that speed. The card itself is beautiful, but he's not going to get upgrades.
And he's not going to be in your team. So it's a 1 out of 10. This is not a good investment. We're trying to grade the investment director.
It's tough for me. Lions good fans. Card, maybe bad investment. In that case, yeah, maybe in 1. But I like the card itself. So if you guys can pull out an 8-8 season, that's going to be a nice card. Next up, Leonard Williams for the Jets. If he gets the power move, maybe, but the speed is really bad.
1 out of 10. I don't know what he's doing here. Where's Quinnen Williams? Let's go. Next card.
Brandon Linder, center.
Not bad.
For the Jags. But
Not
the
bad.
Jags...
Any O-lineman in this promo, I'm a fan of.
Are the Jags going to win even 6 games this year?
They'll get a few. Their new quarterback, what's it, Metchak? He looks better than frickin' Foles did. So I think they're going to get something. I love any O-lineman in this particular campaign, Director. That's the thing.
I think the Jags make it out with 6 wins. So you're looking at an 89 overall center. That's not bad, but still, you're going to have to wait the full season for this guy. It's kind of crazy.
Maybe. So what do we think? 5 out of 10?
5 out of 10 is fair. Yeah, still an offensive lineman. Janoris Jenkins. Jenkins cards always play pretty good for me. What do you think?
They do, but the stats on this are terrible though. So I can't and good. Like this is way worse than Jimmy Smith. This is 0 for me. Do not invest in this card unless you're Giants, Big Blue.
Giants are going to make it out of the season, I think 5 wins. So you're maybe going to get an 88 overall. Janoris Jenkins. Grady Jarrett. The Falcons ripped away a victory from their own grasp last week, and I don't think this card's going to be worth it even if they make the full 10 wins very quickly.
This is a 1 out of 10 for me as well. Don't invest in this guy. I like the card, like the choice. Love the choice on Janoris Jenkins and Jarrett there, but not a solid investment. Love the choice on this one as well.
I think the most shocking part about this card is that there's actually any Dolphins that are still a Dolphin in this game. Absolutely shocking, and they're all jumping ship at this point. Rashad Jones.
Was this going to be like a blank card art, or maybe just a card art of like the new coach Flores standing there like crying? I don't know.
What I wouldn't have minded if they came into this promo and were like, guys, we're just going to start the Dolphins at an 88 overall, and if they get the 4 wins or the 5 wins, good on them. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it Minka Fitzpatrick or somebody really, really good. So it's a good card. Like, it's crazy.
Here's a 99 overall Rashad Jones, Dolphins fans. Commiserations. You're going 0-16. Like, oh my god.
And he'll go down 1 overall with every loss. So you just gotta.
That's the way they should have done it. That would have been even funnier. That would have been the cruelest promo ever, though. But yeah, this is a 0. Sorry. Next card.
Next card, we got
the choice though. Love the choice, but 0.
Darius Leonard coming in next. The guy, he got hurt last week, did he not, against the Chargers? You hate to see it because he was a defensive rookie of the year, very, very good player. I think the Colts still have an 8-8 season in them, even without Andrew Luck, because they're a very good team minus quarterback. And their quarterback situation isn't as bad as it could be. That being said, this card could be good. Let's say in like a 3-4, but still his power finesse move isn't great. His block shed's okay. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, I love the selection, but I don't like the stats. He should have had 80 speed plus easily, especially with everything else being so low. It's just not a solid bet. You've just got so many good left outside linebackers that can do everything. So yeah, like what'd you say, 4? 4 out of 10?
I think a 4. He's going to be an amazing tackler, and that's probably about it.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Budda Baker coming up next. Free safety, 84 speed. I'm not too upset about that. Like
this one a lot more. This is like, okay, first of all, if you're a Cards fan, get this. Get this item right away, okay? And you probably know better than myself, a director, about the potential of the team. Man, they looked really good in the second half. The Cards might surprise some people and get a few wins, and free safety is a tough spot. I want speed over everything else at free safety. Then I want coverage. So, like, dude, if they get, like, a few wins even, this is a nicer item. So this is not a terrible one. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 for everybody else, but 10 out of 10 if you're a Cards fan. Get it.
I'll give it a 3 out of 10 because the zone coverage is really bad. We're going to be getting a Earl Thomas III at some point who's going to be pretty good. And I think the Cards go 7-9 this year. So I think this will be a 90.
You're here talking about Earl Thomas III, who's going to cost like 1 million coins.
That's true. So the investment might be sound in this because just the speed alone, if he gets, a +7, might be pretty good.
Great user.
Yeah.
Dude, come on. 4, you want to change it? You're still sitting on 3?
I'm still sitting on 3, yeah. I think there'll be better free safeties at the time. And I don't think the Cards go over 7 and 9 this year.
Mind you, Brian Dawkins just powered up as an animal as well. So OJ Howard, the memes are going crazy about fantasy football and Bruce Arians and Winston just not looking this guy's way. And but they did go ahead and get the win on Thursday Night Football. They don't look terrible. This is an interesting one. It's not a terrible investment for a low cost, fast tight end. For that reason, I'm giving him a 7 objectively, because even if they get 6 wins by the end of the season, you still have yourself a really fast budget tight end.
I like that. I'll give him a 6 because I don't think their win spread's going to be too great, but he's a really good option, even at a budget tight end.
But he's already going to have 82 speed next week, more than likely. Like when this upgrades on like Tuesday.
Because they got the win, yeah, so 82 is
the win.
That's really good. That's really good. And 6'6". Like, he's going to be a good card.
It's not bad. Not bad.
Speaking of tight end, this one clocking in at 6'4", 80 speed. Joku, who did get the touchdown but did not get the win. What do we think?
Likewise, I feel as though the Browns are going to be better. That's probably the best thing that could happen to them. You know, the hype train just like went off the rails and capsized and fell down a cliff. So like that was good for them. I feel like they're going to get wins. The exact same reasons. Fast tight end for affordable. Or is he affordable? Or what's the set like on the Browns? Sorry. Set check director.
The Browns are postseason hopeful, so it'll cost you 28, so you can get them for free.
Not bad, but I'm liking OJ Howard more.
I think the Browns escaped this season 10-6, so I think he's going to get the full 93 upgrade. But
wow. You think the Browns are getting 10 wins?
I do. I think that if they can just get their act together in the next week or two, that they're just going to go on a run. Honestly, you got to think that.
6 wins, Brownies. Sorry, 5 out of 10 for David Njoku here.
I'll give him a 5 out of 10 because I still think even with less wins, OJ Howard's a better value. Next up, Garrett Bowles of the Broncos.
Wow. Okay, so whilst I do say I like O-linemen, there's way more affordable options just from playing like legend solos at the moment, right? So, and I don't think they're going to get that many wins. They look really terrible. They look terrible against the Raiders. Let that sink in for a second.
They got slapped by the Raiders, and that's just a sign of things to come. So he was going to be stuck at like an 85, 86.
Yeah, this is a 1 out of 10, guys. Prove me wrong, Broncos. Prove me wrong. Sorry, hombre.
Next up, William Jackson. This is a good investment.
Not bad.
We saw what the Bengals can be this last Sunday against the Seahawks. They actually came out and put up a really good fight.
You give me a corner that's 86 speed plus, then I start to pay attention, okay? Just because you and I love the speed and the click-on ability for the user click-on picks, right? Perfect time picks. So I don't mind this one at all. This is a sneaky good investment for a very, very affordable amount. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10.
He is under the category of no one believes in us, so he will cost you 15 tokens. And he's usable even right now at 86 speed.
Yes, he is.
That's not bad. I like that. And I like the chances of them going 8-8 this year. The Bengals, for some reason, and they've got players coming back in the fold soon, so that's a pretty good investment in my mind. Next up, Akeem Hicks, the slowest end in the game for a long time. Decent stats at block shed and power move. Play rec is really high. Everything else is just kind of a bummer. He should be a defensive tackle.
Yeah, he should, except like he's going to be great and the Bears are going to be fine. This for me is like a very good investment right here, especially if you run a 3-4. This for me is like, I'm giving him an 8 out of 10 director. I like this item. Akeem Hicks cards play really well as well. 8 out of 10. Solid investment, guys.
I'll give him a 7 out of 10 because he fits 3-4 so well, and I do believe that the Bears go at least 10 wins this year with their stacked defense. They just got to, your quarterback situation, that he's got to start locking it down a little bit, Trubisky. Start making decisions a little bit more wisely. Here's another really good budget beast right here. The moment I saw this card, even the 83 overall version, I was like, need it, want it, gonna get it.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, director. Invest in this cards, guys, because like this is going to be so fast. He's already an amazing user at 85 speed right there. They will get their wins. Don't worry, okay? Texans start slow. They always do. O'Brien turns it around. This is a good investment. 10 out of 10.
Remember that time I punched Buda Baker in the mouth? This is probably why. Justin Reed, if you're going to invest in a free safety and kickoff, it's got to be Justin Reed. And he's got the better win percentage chance on his side as well. So that's a really good card. James Conner coming up next.
Eesh.
No.
0. Too many halfbacks. Too many halfbacks. I don't even care if they get 10 wins. Too many halfbacks.
They're going to get 10 wins, hopefully, maybe 9. He'll have a good overall, but just the speed and all that, you can do better. And he's probably not going to be that expensive even if they do get it. So if you don't invest in it now, you could still pick him up later.
Yeah.
He probably won't be too expensive. Brandon Sheriff coming up next. Right guard for the Skins.
Not bad.
This is a good card.
He's probably,
will the Skins get the win?
Yeah, maybe they'll get enough for just a solid free O lineman. Yeah, definitely. So for me, this is like I'm gonna give him like a solid 6 out of 10. This is not a terrible investment. If you go away from here and build Brandon Skirt because you heard me say that, you won't be angry at me. Put it that way.
I'm gonna give him a grade reflecting how many wins they're gonna get this season, which I think is 4.
Okay, 4
I think
out
the
of 10.
Skins go 4-12, and I think this guy maxes out in the 87 overall. Right guard, which at that time probably don't want on your squad anyway. DJ Moore coming up next. In real life, this kid is starting to emerge a little bit as a really good wide receiver. If Cam can look at this guy and not throw the ball 50 yards over his head into the stands, he could probably develop into a really good wide receiver.
Ouch! But the only reason you're getting him is because of the speed. Because they're probably not going to win that many games, and there's already better budget beast options. We went over John Ross, Marquise Brown. So no, it's a 0. I'm sorry, DJ Moore.
I'm going to give him a 2 because he's got good speed, but I think the Panthers this year sadly go 3-13, and I think that's even now being hopeful because Cam, there's just something wrong with him. I love him. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks in MUT when he was drafted out of Auburn. Like, very, very good quarterback, but he's just been in such a steep decline. I can't see this team climbing out unless they get a different quarterback at this point.
The sequel to All or Nothing Carolina Panthers. Nothing. So there we go. Oh, man. Is that it, director? Is that everybody?
That is every single card in this promo, Trumpetmonkey.
Filibuster. How long we've been filming for? Filibuster, 70-minute MUT Force episode.
This is the Mega MUT Force episode. We're doing a Mega MUT Force episode. But you know what? We had a lot to catch up on, and I think it's important people understand how this promo is working, some of the pros and cons of it, because there's a lot of people just focusing on the cons. There's some pros as well. I know it's not perfect, but I think there's some stuff to look forward to. Buy that $5 pack. Sit on it. I have a suspicion that we're going to be getting another fantasy pack for House Rules this upcoming Tuesday. If that's the case, sit on that pack as well. If we're lucky, maybe we get a 91 Master. That would be absolutely insane. But more than likely, we're going to get one of these guys to sit on for the season, which even then, I think that's okay.
So we're clear to end on a positive note. I freaking love the promo. I love the concept of the promo. I was just a little bit iffy on some of the cards, but who cares? Because you know what? Ultimately, I'm getting upset on behalf of somebody else. You can get upset on your own.
What would you rate the promo out of 10?
I got my Derek Carr. This promo out of 10? Okay, I mean, you're talking on the scale of promos and how amazing they can be, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the promo a 7. Like, it's
that's cool. I was going to give it a 6.
Okay.
I think on the surface, there's some stuff that will piss people off, but really, like what I just did with the Training Point investment, some of the cards that you can invest in on here, the fact that you get a 93 overall for $5 is pretty crazy. There's a lot of stuff that's good to look at this promo as well. So I like it. 6 out of 10. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's definitely not bad.
Look, just give it. I like it because it's challenging our intelligence as football fans. It's saying, pick the player that you think is going to get the wins, all right? And I think in a month from now, people are going to be liking this promo a hell of a lot more when they're sitting on like a freaking 88 overall, and they're like flexing
10,000 training on top of that too. I mean, there was only one reason I would ever root for the Jets, and we pulled it about half an hour ago. So that's pretty cool, man. I'm excited to see how that goes down. Well, guys, why don't you give us your thoughts on this promo as well? Let us know. Give us your grade in the comments with everything considered. If you don't love it, that's okay. We're not going to bash you for it. But if you guys can find reasons to take advantage of this promo, I would say go for it. There's reasons to invest in and reasons to look forward to every single NFL game from here on out due to the kickoff promo.
Absolutely. Enjoy it, guys. But as always, all right, because we had to block a lot of people this week. Guys, keep it classy with your feedback, okay? That's the most important thing. Critical but friendly feedback is always welcome from MUT Force, myself, the Dirty Kiwi down there, and the team in EA. I'm sure would just appreciate constructive, polite feedback. I think this promo is actually going to be very popular.
That's a really good point. Like, we don't expect everyone to agree with us 100% of the time because we are optimistic. But at the same time, if you do provide constructive criticism, do it in a classy manner, we'll definitely pay attention to that. We're not going to give a second look to people who are disrespectful and stuff like that. But if we have constructive criticism, we've always got your back. Well, with that, Trumpet Monkey, that big mega MUT Force episode, that's all we've got for this week. I think MUT Heroes are coming on Friday.
I believe MUT. I think you're dead right, Director. I think we're gonna have MUT Heroes 1,000,000% next week, and it's just gonna be like one good promo after the other here. More solos, more chances for you to get awesome items. And I agree with you, man. Something big is coming. If there is a House Rules on Tuesday, then I think it's going to be really, really awesome as well. So shout out to everybody out there on the consoles, on the PC Master Race. We love you guys, and I love shooting long episodes. I'm sorry, Director. So I hope everyone is still listening.
If you guys enjoy this episode of MUT Force, please hit us up with that like and sub. The likes really go a long way. Helps us ride the analytic train for YouTube. Trumpetmonkey, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of MUT Force. As always, guys, we'll see you next time. Stay frosty.
Stay frosty! Ha!
Last chance, 4th and long, finding the will to bolt up. Bundle up, cause we stay frosty. I take my frosty, chocolate, vanilla, or swirl. MUT Master YouTuber, come on, let's give it a whirl. MUT Madden Twitch streamer, put the snowman to shame. Staying frosty's the only way we stay alive in this game. They're reffing the match, directors directing the game. Scared of my underdog team, them gods will be slain.